I see a very small chance of any Chinese dramas coming out in the next 11 months that can top this drama's rating. It's like Oscar-winning level. It probably only happens once every couple of years. Hello, you're watching Avenue X, where a junkie on good storytelling shares her thoughts, knowledge, and occasional weird ideas on stories and how they're told. 山海情 Ning Town is a 23 episodes drama that has just finished airing in China, crossing 5 different satellite televisions and 3 platforms online. This is a Daylight Entertainment 正午阳光 production, focusing on the stories of a group of villagers living in very remote northwest China during the 90s leading up to the early 2000s and then finally into the 2010s. On my 7-level scale, after watching the entire thing, I will very happily, confidently, and proudly give it 3 gold mine rating. My first 3 gold mine rating drama of 2021. I would even go a step further to say I see a very small chance of any Chinese dramas coming out in the next 11 months that can top this drama's rating. If that did happen, most likely it's another drama coming from the same production company. Only 正午阳光 can beat 正午阳光. So first, let me introduce you to the background information about this drama. This drama started shooting at the very end of July last year, and they wrapped on set at the very end of October. They literally only had 2 months time of post-production. This drama is really a task drama, 任务剧. The reason for making it is not commercial. It's not to make money, but to commemorate the decades of effort in China to alleviate poverty. It's a mainstream production in the political sense. This is a totally original script, not based on any existing material, and it's written by a group of writers, 7 of them. When you hear there are multiple writers of a drama, right, the red flag in your head just goes up because we've recently just seen the drama that has like 10, 12 scriptwriters that totally screw up the whole thing. In a way, it's very ironic that 山海情 is the polar opposite. Also having many different writers, many different cooks in the kitchen, yet they created something that is so delicious. Produced by 正午阳光 Daylight Entertainment and directed by its best director, Kong Sheng, plus another director, Sun Molong, who's also very good. And then led by a group of actors and actresses. Everyone is a famous face. Most of them have long-term collaboration relationship with Daylight Entertainment. Although when you watch his drama, you would see in the middle of the poster, Huang Xuan, and also his the kind of leading actor name that's leading the drama. He really doesn't have the dominant screen time much more than anyone else. This is really, at the core, an ensemble drama. It focuses on the story of 4 or 5 main roles, Huang Xuan being one of them, and then their story ripples out and touch other characters that have very tight relationships with them, such as their older generation parents or their children. Then the story ripples further out into the village, into all the other characters that are involved in this big poverty alleviation plan to bring the people from this tiny village in northwest China, stuck in absolute barren land and dirt pool, out of that kind of life. You'd think this would be probably a very boring story and filled with singing songs to praise the achievement of the higher-ups. But it's not. It's not at all. This story is really covered in dirt, literally, in the sense that every row is covered in dust in that place because they went to the real place to shoot the incredible landscape. Then in the metaphorical sense, it's covered in dirt. It is so grounded and so real that you don't see any of the actors who are very famous in this drama anymore. You only see their characters. So after watching the 23 episodes, really the only bad thing about this drama that I can pick out is it's too short. This is the first time ever since I started this channel, which is almost 4 years ago, that I said this. I hope this drama could be twice as long. I'm just actually so happy that I one day, right, I can't imagine that I get to say this on my channel, that I wish a Chinese drama is longer. Now let's talk about all the good things in its categories. First, production quality. It's a really high production quality drama. It's not in the sense that it's super expensive, because this story is talking about characters who suffer abject poverty. So there is no technical way to make the sets, the prop, beautiful or expensive. But here when I say production quality is really high, I'm saying as a visual storytelling, it's a very matured production. The landscape, the people, the colors, the vibrance. You only need to watch the first episode and you can absolutely tell it's done by a team that is very professional, very matured, a very well-oiled crew who knows exactly how to use visual languages, how to make a dramatic story on camera exciting. There's a huge amount of effort that went into making the story as believable and as realistic as it can be. There's no makeup on those characters' skins because realistically they wouldn't be able to wear any makeup. And they all have those two red cheeks that happens really in that place if you live for a long time due to the exposure to UV, the dry air, and very sandy storms that you are living in all the time. The costumes of the people and the conditions of those clothing, washed out colors, their baggy, no shape look, and always covered in dirt, gives the story and its characters so much believability. The details of people drinking hot water out of a glass canned food, chuck the lid away, and then use that glass as their mug. But then, because it's very hot for you to hold on to it, they have to knit a cover to hold it. And I've seen that when I was little, living through 90s. And then they change those things as time moves on, as places getting more developed, people starting to get more money and get better life. And they never tell you these things. They don't point out in the lines of the characters speaking. They just put it on camera and you realize, oh, previously people were using this type of thing to drink water. Now it's silently changed into a different type of things because financially they have progressed from a place to another. This type of details are literally littered in this drama, and it helps create such a convincing background for all those characters and their story to take place. And this drama also has something that is unique to it. It has two versions: the original soundtrack, the local dialect version, versus the dubbed perfect Mandarin version. When this drama was shot, the characters all spoke dialect. There's only a couple of characters who speak perfect Chinese Mandarin because of their character, where they come from and who they are, and then 99% of everyone you see speaks local dialect. Apart from a couple of people, probably because they really cannot speak dialect, so they get dubbed with dialect. I think it was like right before the drama goes on air, very close to its airing date. They were told probably by censorship because they had to go on so many different satellite televisions, and because the dialect is so strong, some people may find it's too hard to understand this drama. So they were told, you have to dub a perfect Mandarin version. They got all the actors back and put them in studio, recorded their own voice but with perfect Mandarin. But because that process was super rushed, therefore the quality is not so good. So the funny thing is, for everyone I've talked to who's watched this drama, they are all like, we love the dialect version. We don't like the Mandarin dubbed version. The dialect version is golden. And it's true. It's so well done. And because local dialect has their slangs, has their particular vocabularies that are usually extremely descriptive, has a lot of life in it, and very funny. Then the second thing about this drama that is good is the acting, the casting. Is so good. Every character is so beautifully written, so well acted. They're all very three-dimensional, very real people. No one is perfect in this drama. Makes you really want to grab their collar and slap across their face at times. But then at times you're like, oh, I love them so much. If I have to pick one actor out of this whole package and say who gave me the strongest impression and pretty much made me jaw drop, it is Re Yizha, the actress who was in Chang'an 12时辰 Longest Day in Chang'an, was also in even older drama Empress in Palace. She is breathtaking. If previously you've only thought of her as a really beautiful actress, this time it will change your opinion about her. First, it's such a beautiful role, so well written. Her life story is so filled with sadness and tragic things, but she's such a strong character. Like, this is the type of strong women, real strong women, not the Mary Sue, not the big female lead role drama, a fake dynasty, a fake whatever, never existed, people, imaginary land, big female role. Such a tiny, normal village person who has no privileges, who has no superpowers, who's got no right, men to help her. Her path of life is just one obstacle after another, one big hole after another, and she never gives up. And Re Yizha's performance of this role, it's like Oscar-winning level. All the best awards there are in this world for any actresses to take, she can take that with this role. And she doesn't even have that much screen time, which is another thing. Proving to you, with good story, good characters written, you don't need super big chunk of screen time to establish and make them memorable. The look in her eyes, her smile, I'm out of words. I am gonna say it here. In this year and probably next year, in the next couple of years, right, she's gonna get a lot of awards and big ones for her role. I don't see how it doesn't happen. So if you ask me, if I don't go watch this drama, what will I lose? What's the biggest loss? From audience's perspective, I would say missing Re Yizha's performance. You will cry for her. You will laugh for her. You will laugh and cry for her. Then the third thing, the final thing, which is definitely I always think, right, 99% of the time is the most important thing, is the story itself. This is a very unusual drama. It is like a task dropping from nowhere, telling them, go ahead and make it. We need one of those poverty alleviation themed drama. And so you can see a huge crew of scriptwriters come together to work. But the great thing about that is these people are real scriptwriters. They've had track record of writing really good work. Some of them have already written dramas for daylight entertainment. Some of them not, but then they have written other really good stuff. And the incredible thing about this drama is from the tiny little things, life details, to big plot, big character development and stuff, most of the raw material of the story are real. They went to northwest China, Ningxia area to collect local anecdotal stories about real people and what has happened from the 90s to now. Throughout the progress of the entire poverty alleviation program, they've even had quite a couple of characters you see in this drama who are based on real people. And for Zhengwu Yangguang's production team, they're so hardcore, Gobi desert kind of places, and picked a side to literally build a village, because the drama is talking about people moving out of those mountains, going to the open land that has nothing, build a new village there to get a better life, that type of thing. And that development actually is like a real development. First stage, second stage. As they build more and more, the story also moves in time. In the drama, there's also a plot about teaching the villagers to grow mushrooms so that they can increase their income. And the drama crew grew mushrooms for real. And then when they harvested those mushrooms, they actually ate them as a part of the crew's diet. This is such hardcore drama making and so impressive, so well done. I feel like if they make a special feature, actually showing the process of making this drama, it will be on itself a really interesting thing to watch. It is quite incredible that for a 23 episode size drama, which is considered very short in Chinese dramaland, it gave you so many big and small exciting plot twists. It gave you so many interesting characters, so many laughable moments, so many tear-jerking moments. And you kind of really want to ask for more at the end of it. I somehow wish they could have done another 23 episodes. Maybe just of those villagers bantering and saying those absolutely funny dialects. Grow grapes, grow goji berries, grow mushrooms, whatever, I'm pretty sure with Zhongwu's ability, they can even make a daily life drama of those villagers super funny and interesting, and I'd be happy to sit there and just laugh. It's proven again, no matter what the theme of the story is, really what genre of the story is, at the core of it, you have to be able to tell a good story, creating good characters, to put all your heart and passion into your project, and obviously be good at it, be professional, have the abilities and the skills to do it well. This type of drama is so far away from what I usually review, and most of my audience is what you usually watch from Chinese dramaland. Go into this drama one episode, you're gonna get into it, you're gonna be pulled into this narrative. It does not matter. It's actually talking about some poor villages somewhere in northwest China of people speaking a dialect that even if you speak really good Mandarin may not be able to understand. None of that matters. The characters are so good, and the acting is so good, the story is so good. This is what good drama looks like. When this drama aired, it was 9.1 on Douban rating. As it finishes, it grew up to 9.4. This rare thing of high opening and even higher ending happened to this drama. It probably only happens once every couple of years. And we're all lucky that we got to see it at the very beginning of 2021 and kind of at the very end of Chinese lunar calendar 2020. I am very worried for every other drama that's gonna come after this one in 2021. You have an incredibly high bar already set there for you to challenge. Thank you for watching Avenue X, and a big thank you to all my supporters. Go and watch 山海情 Ning Town. You will not be disappointed. I'll see you in my next video. Meanwhile, live long and happy drama watching.